Hey guys, welcome back. Hope you're all having a great day. I'm doing really well right now because I just had one of my Lego visions become a reality, and it all involves this set you see behind me here. This is the Harry Potter Hogwarts Great Hall, a set that I bought recently, built, and then after building it, realized that it was missing a little something, which was the entire back half of it. So I decided that I'd go ahead and buy a second Great Hall and combine them together, and I want to show you in this video what that looks like when you combine two Great Halls. All right, guys, before we look at the main model of this, I'm going to show you all the pieces I had left over. Got a ton of stuff here. Didn't quite need everything to accomplish what I was trying to do. In fact, I didn't even get into bag one. Still fully sealed. Wasn't required. And I think just looking at this, I could probably add a whole nother addition onto this, but that wasn't the point. The point was to make this thing look like a complete Hogwarts Great Hall. And that's what I did. From the front here, it probably looks like what you're used to seeing, I suppose. Nothing really changed there. Other than this piece right here, I had to put a little bit of something on there to help with the function on the back, which you'll see here in just a second. So let's spin it around, and hopefully when you see the back side of this, it looks very much like the front side, because that was my whole goal here, was to just finish out this back end. If you guys haven't seen the other set, the original one, there is no back wall on this, and this half of the tower doesn't exist. So I added both of those things on, and I'll show you the function here and how you get inside this, because you're probably thinking right now, like, Greg, how are you supposed to play with this set when you have it all sealed up? And the answer lies right here. So you lift that up a little bit, and then you pop this out, and that door swings open to reveal everybody inside there. And this also comes up slightly as well. And that's why I had to put this little modification on here, because otherwise the roof piece wouldn't fit on and this wouldn't exist and it would look really weird. So this is what it looks like inside. Didn't really make any modifications too much in here. I did have to shrink down the tables a little bit, had to move them over that way, had to shrink down this thing that everyone's sitting at just so everything would fit in there. And it does, fortunately, because before that, these things came out one stud further and it would eliminate my ability to close this wall or door or whatever we're calling this thing. But it is on a hinge, and that is something I need to modify a little bit here. I used a couple pieces from my collection to make this happen, which I should say I tried to keep this only to pieces from the two sets. So if you were to buy two of these, you could pretty much do everything I did here, but there were none of those hinges in there. So I had to use ones from my collection, and I didn't quite have the proper colors. So it doesn't look great, but it does perform its job pretty well. So that's what that looks like. This is just a mirror of what's on the front there. So just kind of copied that, and it worked out really well. And that's why I have so many pieces left over, because I just kind of needed that wall, and I needed the roof part here too. The side here was already there. That side, of course, was already there. This whole top part was there. It was just kind of filling this in. So yeah, that's what that looks like in there. Again, nothing too crazy happening over here. I think they did a great job with this set, and I'm really happy with this whole section of it. It was just, again, a matter of completing the back, and I can open these doors up to maybe let some more light in there if that helps at all. I don't think it did, but you guys know what that looks like in there, and that's what my wall looks like. This section, which this is the back half of the tower, just added a whole nother half onto that. It's, again, just a mirror of the front. And speaking of mirrors, I think this is a mirror or a picture frame. I have yet to see the Harry Potter movies, guys, so don't hate on me, but I had to modify this a little bit. This was over on this side, and this is the frame for it here. I could not fit this in here and seal this up. It just was impossible. These slopes kind of come in too tight, so I had to shrink that down a little bit, but it still looks okay. Over here, I kept this more or less the same way it was. I kind of moved things back a little bit, but as we go down here, you can see that they now have doubled up the square footage and everything. These stairs come out like this, if you want to do that. I guess we can just start from the bottom. I didn't add too much to the side. You could go crazy adding additions in, and I started on that, but I was like, I gotta stop here at some point. And this is one of those things, every time I make a mock, I kind of just keep adding to it, and it never is done, but this is where it's at as of the time you're watching this video. It'll probably change after this. But these sides, again, I didn't make any changes over here, but I did add a couple things over on this side. You've got a writing desk with a lantern on it, and then there's a chair behind him as well. Basically, when you seal this up, they make a complete room, and I felt like the desk and the lamp and everything kind of went with this section. When you come up here, didn't really put much into this one. We just have Hagrid standing over here. He's pretty big, and he can fill a whole room himself, and that kind of frees this up so you can actually see what's inside there. And then you can go up here, and that's the part that I already showed you. One thing that I did want to show you, and I guess it's probably easier to see when this is sealed up. I might have to put my stairs back for this. I put a lot of extra windows in this. There were no windows on the side before, so now on this side, we've got, I guess, 8 windows, if you consider each one of those ones. So there's 2 sets of 4 on this side. The back, again, is kind of just a replication of the front. I have kind of the same architecture design, as is the roof part here. Just kind of mirrored the front. It wasn't too hard to do that. But then over here, we also have the window bank as well. And push that down a little bit there. We've got 4 windows in each one of those. And then I added this little window down here because there were 2 of those brown windows right here down here, but I had to take those out so I could fill these in. So now there's these little, I guess, castle windows down there, and it looks okay. This is what it looks like from this side. Again, I didn't modify anything over here. Just kind of took this front part and I brought it to the back. I'm probably going to put stickers on this. You guys can see that there's stickers all over this. I wasn't sure whether to do that or not, or if I should maybe just sell the stickers from this set to recoup some of my cost. I paid $82.50 for all these pieces and minifigs and stuff, and you can see how much of it I use. Not a whole lot, which again kind of takes me back to the idea of maybe making an addition to this. I've got doors, I've got stairs. I don't have a roof though. That's going to be the thing that holds me back. I don't have anything to make a roof unless maybe this became the roof, and that's possible. And I have these as well that I could use for the floor. So I have some ideas there. Might be something there. As we come back around here, this is what it looks like fully opened up. If you were trying to maybe get a scale of what this looks like, I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. I spent a good bit of time on this last night and this morning, just kind of playing around with it and doing some things. And I think it looks pretty neat. It's what I envisioned this set being. Had Lego maybe up the price a little bit and put some more money into this, they could have put this wall in the back. Again, not totally necessary, but I think it adds another little element, especially this. This adds a lot of playability here. You've got double the space on this side. And again, when you seal this up, let's seal this one up first. This is how it looks from the back. So it feels like a fully completed tower now that you can open up. And there you are, you're in there, you're playing. This side over here, I'm gonna seal this whole thing up. So we'll seal this up first. Again, that's like the easy one to seal. This one's a little bit more complicated. I mean, nothing serious, but what you have to do here is swing this. And once you get this back to a certain point, you have to kind of bring the roof down because these spike things kind of inhibit that from closing. But you just put that on there like that, and you put that down, and you have yourself the back end of the Great Hall. And again, I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. You guys will have to let me know what you think. Was it a waste putting that on there, or was it worth it? I think it was worth it. I'm much happier with the way it looks now. Let me close these doors too down here. So it kind of mirrors each other. From this side, that's how it looks. And then as you spin it around, it's going to more or less look the same. But what matters to me is that it looks like a fully completed hall or castle. Because if you look at it from here, prior to this, there was nothing on this side. So now it looks really cool from that angle. And then I think this tower just looks 10 times better the way it is. The roof, everything's lined up pretty well. You may not like this part, the part that I showed in the beginning of the video. You may not like that, the way I had to do that. But again, there was no way to get anything down inside there to line it up properly because it's right in the middle. Although, you know what? I may be able to do something with that. I told you guys, as I look at this, I come up with ideas. I could take one of these, sink that down inside there to sit on, kind of like centered it up, and then take, I don't know, I could take 1x1s like this, or I could use these to kind of build it up and then kind of place that on top. But I think this makes a much more stable connection. And with that roof constantly moving, I like to have something there that's kind of sturdy, even though it doesn't look fantastic from the roof here and kind of takes away that line. But it's okay. I'm okay with it. All right, guys, that's my creation. Something I'm definitely proud of. I think you could probably tell. But if you do have any suggestions on making it better, I'm happy to hear them or read them, I guess, in this case, because I'm always down for improving. Hopefully you guys do like this. And maybe if this is a set that you have, maybe you'll contemplate buying another one. Maybe someday when it's on clearance or something, you could pick it up real cheap and then add the roof and stuff on and kind of use this as a template for what you want to do, or make it however you want. You can do literally whatever you want. And that's what I love about Lego. And I love creating, and I'd like to get my channel into this place in the future where I don't just build sets. I take sets, I modify them, and I make them the way I want them. This just makes me so happy, and you guys make me happy too. Thank you so much for following along with our journey here, and thank you for watching this video. So as always, oh, I should say, as always, tomorrow I'm going to be making a Halloween mock out of this that I'm really excited about. It definitely won't be the last time you see the Great Hall. It'll be one more time tomorrow, and then it's probably going to go up on a shelf all nice. I'm happy, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, next video.